Hey folks, thanks for joining me today. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be using a natural rock. These are rocks that I collect from the Mad River, which is down southern Ontario. I say down because I live in northern Ontario. And I go down to visit my friends and my family. And while I'm there, I do go rock fishing, is what I call it. I do take a fishing rod, but it rarely gets in the water because I'm so busy collecting rocks. And then I've got to carry them all to the car afterwards. And yeah, it just sometimes they get heavy when I get some of the bigger ones. But this one is a nice little small one that fits this design absolutely perfectly. So I sketched it on with just a regular pencil. The one thing I like about these rocks is I can erase that pencil and not even worry about leaving marks or anything like that. Also wipes off with water. So I don't mind using pencil on these guys. I save my charcoal pencils for some of my other things that I do. So what I've done is I sketched on a heart shape and then I wrote the word love inside the heart. Now you'll see it a little better as I start to outline it with the black paint. Black paint is from DecoArt. All the colors that I use will be listed in the description below, so make sure you check that out. There's also a lot of really cool information and links down there that you can go to. Um, for example, things like if you want to make your own rocks, you can get molds from the Happy Dotting Company, and there is a link in the description below for that. If you're into dotting and you want to get yourself a set of dotting tools, I strongly suggest going to the Dotting Center. She's got amazing stuff. Like, I love her stuff. Um, so definitely go and check that out. There's also links to my Facebook page, to my Etsy shop, to my Instagram. So everything that you need to know to get more information or to see other videos is all in the description below. So I urge you to check that out at the end of the video. So what I'm doing is I'm just outlining everything in the black paint with my fine lining brush. I made this myself. I do have a tutorial on that as well, and you'll find that in the link down or in the description down below. And now what I'm doing is I'm just filling in all of what I consider to be the background black. So this really makes the letters stand out for me, and it makes it pop as well. So there's so many things that you can do with this. You don't have to paint it. If you want, you can draw it on a piece of paper and color it in using your favorite medium, whether it be like crayons or maybe pastels or Sharpie markers even, or watercolor, whatever you want to do. I didn't like the V ending on the right side of the V there, so I'm just fixing it up with the black paint, which is also another cool thing that you can do when you first sketch it on, and then once you do your outline, you notice something that's, hey, this just doesn't look right. You can totally change it. So, and that's exactly what I did. And you'll see once I put the color on, I change it again. So the sky's the limit for your imagination and for color palettes and how you want this to do. You don't even have to do like these kind of block letters. The only thing that you do need to be consistent with is the V. So the where the heart sort of meets and bows down, that is the top part of your V always. So make sure that if you're going to do different lettering, just make sure that's the top part of your V, and you can build your letters off of that. I'm going to do a couple of more of these, but off camera, because they were so fun and so easy to do. And they're so cute. Like, really, they're very, very cute. So now I'm just going in with sort of a glittery kind of red color on the background of this rock. You'll notice that I didn't paint the background. You could have, and it would make these colors pop a lot more. But I didn't. I just painted straight onto the rock. And this is a metallic paint. So I think it's called Festive Red. Um, I'll have to check on that, but they will be listed. All of the colors, names, and the brands will be listed in the description below. So please check that out. Um, and I'm using this because I don't know, I feel that things are always about like glitter and fun and shiny things on Valentine's Day. And so I just wanted to be consistent with that. And then just to spice it up a bit, what I did was I did alternating letters in two different colors. So I put this red on both the big letters, so the L and the V, because they extend both the full length, I guess, of the rock as well as the width of the heart, I should say. And so I just wanted them to be consistent. Then I do the smaller letters, so the O and the E, in a very light pink. Oh, I'm doing it right now. So I think this is bubblegum, or no, not bubblegum, cotton candy. So it's by DecoArt as well. And I use that so that way you can really see the contrast. Now I do go back and I clean it all up with black paint again. So I originally put the black paint on there as sort of like a guideline so I could see where I'm supposed to be painting. And I just color it in basically with my paintbrush and the paint. And I do go back in and I do a few extra touch-ups and stuff on the paint and or on the pink colors and on the black. Um, I also outline this in gold and it really popped when I put the gold on there. It just adds that extra glitter for all things love or all things Valentine's Day. So I was really happy with the way that it turned out. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I'm so happy that I was able to finally get it done. Um, and yeah, it was just a lot of fun. So now you'll see that I'm just very carefully outlining again any places where I may have gone maybe out of the lines, and I'm just sort of making the lines a little bit sharper. That's one of the downfalls with painting on a natural stone is it's never a completely 100% smooth surface. So you have little holes and little dips and ridges and things like that that you've got to deal with when you're painting on a natural stone. And sometimes the paint will fall into those little crevices and the little holes or whatever. And so you got to go back and clean it all up. But in the end, it looks really, really good. And I was very pleased with how it turned out. And these rocks, like I said, I get them from the Mad River in southern Ontario. However, you could use any kind of rock. I do have other rocks that I have collected here in the north. They're not as flat because the river that these ones come from, is a very shallow but fast moving river. So it smooths the rocks rather quickly, especially the ones that are close to shore. So I find that those ones are really nice to do like natural scenes or like landscapes, that kind of stuff. And I do a lot of that as well. Off camera. Um, but I find that the other stones that I have, which is going to be in my next tutorial, I'm going to be using one of the rocks that I collected from here. I'm going to do another love, another word, not like this one, but it's going to be similar. So stay tuned for that, and I will have that one posted as well before Valentine's Day. I also have another one that I've been working on that it's kind of love related, but it could be for Valentine's Day or it could be for just a feel want to make someone feel good day. So I've got that one in the works as well. So I don't know if I'll have it edited and posted before Valentine's Day, but I'm really, really trying to get those two done. I will have the other one done, but I'm just not sure if I'm going to have the feel good day stone done. But I will try and we will see how far I get. So I've been a little bit slow on with my posts and things like that. And I just wanted to let you guys know the reason behind it. And it's because I renovated my craft space. So I put new flooring in. I rearranged all of my items, reorganized. I did all that stuff. And once you start, it's like if you're a crafter like I am, you always have about 10 times more the supplies than what you need, but they're always those just in casers. That's what I call them, just in casers. And then you organize things and you put things in their little, you know, cute little containers or little baggies or baskets. And then when you start going through it, and then you find out that you actually have 10 of something because you forgot that you bought it. So that's what I've been doing for the last month and a half, I guess. Just going through things and getting things organized again and learning how to be happy and creative in my new creative space. So that's what I've been up to. So I do apologize for not being so quick on getting my videos out. That's about to change because I think I'm back into a routine now where I can do my filming, my editing, and posting back on track like I was before. So stay tuned for more videos. They are on their way. And thank you so much for being patient with me and allowing me to get my creative space into a much more creative space for me so that I can bring this to you. So now you've been watching me as I've been rambling on, putting on the gold paint. So this just outlines everything so nicely. And I do it around all the letters. And I do go back with some black paint afterwards just to separate it. But I really like how it frames the word love, but frames each individual letter as well. Because I think that each letter in the word love is very important. It's such a small 4-letter word, but it means the world to someone. And that's why it's such an important word. And it's so fun to do it in so many different ways. I've done a few other tutorials last year and I think the year before that I use the word love in many different ways in painting it. So go and check those out. Maybe what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description below so that you can go to them directly and you can check out other ways that I've done it. So here I am, I'm outlining the gold with the black, and what happened was, and kind of was a neat thing, I didn't shake all the water off my brush. So when I dipped it into the black paint, it watered it down considerably and made it sort of bleed into parts of the rock. Because you got to remember, the rock is a very porous thing, and I haven't done anything to seal it before painting onto it. So the paint actually starts to bleed. So as I'm using my paintbrush, the paint is actually getting thicker and thicker because less water is on it. And I kind of liked the look of when it bled. So once I do this, I then go back in with my paintbrush with just water on it. And I just paint around on top of that line there. I'm doing it right there, and I just let the water bleed and it sort of makes a shadow in behind it. Now, unfortunately, when I resined this rock, I should have tested it before, but you see how dark it is where the water is? Well, the shading actually got sort of hidden when I did the resin on this guy. So I might try this technique again. Again, it was something that I found out about by accident, but I might do this technique again, but maybe using some of my metallic watercolors or maybe making the paint a little bit thicker instead of using so much water. But so cool. Like, look at the shadow that it gives just by adding a little tiny bit of black paint and a lot of water. But it is something cool. I'm going to keep that sort of in the back pocket, and hopefully I can do a rock like this just for you. So I do this and let it dry. And then wherever it's black, I have to put in some shiny glitter stuff. So this stuff is Dragon Glaze that I'm using. It's color shift, so it goes from red to violet to blue in different lights. And if you move it around, you can see the different colors. So I just wanted to put in some extra color and some extra brightness, bling bling, glitter, love glitter. So that's what I do. And I do everywhere where it's black, that would be the background, but I do not do any of the outlining. So I just leave the outlining alone, and I just do wherever there's, we'll call it chunky black, where there's like big spaces of black. And I put in this Dragonfly glaze, and I love how it dried. It looks so pretty. Just a quick reminder too that if you like this video, to give me the thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and ring the bell so you get a notification every time I post something new. So I finish off with the Dragonfly glaze here, and as it was drying, I got looking at it and I thought, what's wrong with this? And then I decided the O and the E are just too plain. I gotta put some glitter on it. So I put on some sparkle varnish. So once this was all dry, I resined it and let it sit for 24 hours, and then she was finished. So I hope you give this a try. Um, Whether you do it with paint, with you do it with crayons, or I keep saying crayons. You guys are way more advanced to crayons. So whatever medium you choose, I really hope that you give this a try. So there you have it, folks. Life is what you make it, so get creative.